Today, I'd like to talk about a parable that's in the Bible, and it's come to the wedding feast of my son. And the parable in the Bible is given in a way that it's speaking to the invitation in the corrupt ways of this world, not in the heavenly will of God, which is very interesting that Jesus gives the parable that way. They talk about the cruelty of the way of this earth, the killing of animals with no compassion, and that people aren't coming together in love. It's showing an unloving society. And it's one of the biggest problems we have today. We try to do things in the corrupt ways of this earth for whatever reason. We don't have to. We can do things in the heavenly will of God where there's no pain or suffering or death, and the whole of creation is part of our love with God. That we have the unconditional love, compassion, and empathy that feels what other humans are feeling, all other humans. And we don't exclude anybody, and all other animals, and we don't exclude them, and we don't exclude any part of the creation. And when we get to that stage in our lives, when we really feel what's in the earth, it's a constant praise of God. We can praise God, and people will thank God for things that are cruel and inhumane and that are uncaring for what God created. And I think that's sort of hypocritical, if not outright hypocritical. We need to focus upon the things of God. What would the Lord want me to do? Now, if you look at what Jesus teaches us, and what he's teaching isn't something new, it's all coming out of the Hebrew text. It talks about living in a way that is totally loving and compassionate and empathetic. And that we don't do anything that wouldn't live that way. In other words, that we're not going to kill an animal to enjoy a feast. We're not going to cause a problem to make it easier to do something or more acceptable to the society around us. If we are the oddball, then be the oddball until the world changes. We're to live in the heavenly will of God, even if nobody around us does. Let me give you an example. If we're going to have a party, and we're vegan and animal rights and Christian, and we compromise and do something that is worldly because more people would accept it, then don't do it. We need to live an uncompromising life. We don't have to give in. If we're going to have a party, we're going to have the party that's vegan. We're going to have a party that's filled with love and compassion and empathy for everyone. No one's excluded. And that's what the wedding feast of God is going to be like in heaven. It's not what takes place here on the earth, but we can bring to this earthly existence a piece of heaven. Right? Amen.